Alright, here we go. Gonna start on this hood. Got a little bit of rust going on right here. I'm gonna take care of. A little bit there on the inside. I'll cut that out and patch it up. Got some going on right here, a little bit right here. I'll do what I can to get it patched up. More than likely later on I'll come back and strip this hood down if I decide to paint this truck. I may find some more, but for now I'm just going to take care of what I can see so I can get this bad boy on the road this spring or summer. Let me go ahead and flip it over. Okay, here's what we're looking at. Needs a good cleaning. Little filler going on right here. I got a crease here I noticed. I'll work that out. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking all these lights out of the front. Put a little bit of wiring, rip all that out. See what we're looking at. Alright, after digging into it and waiting on the rain to stop, we've got a lot of rust going on. I've got another hood out back that's got a real good panel in it. It's got a bad dent right here, beat up on the side pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead, pop that out, go ahead and cut these spot welds out. They're like 3 inches all the way around. Get that cut out, replace it with the other panel, and go with it from there. And while I got it out, I can go ahead and get all this fixed a lot easier. What little bit of rust we got going on here, I can get to it a lot easier. So start tearing it up. All right, after a couple hours of hard rain, went on and got the new panel out of the junkyard hood. Everything's looking real good on this one. Little surface rust here. I'm going to go ahead and get all this cleaned up, sandblast around the edges, put it in epoxy, paint it black. So we're going to go ahead and get this one cut out, put that new one in. What I went on and done, it's on the concrete. So I went on and marked it, got everything marked exactly right on both sides. Measured 4 foot from here against the shelf on both sides. So when I do go weld this new one back in, after it stops wobbling and carrying on, I can go ahead, weld it up, so it'll be back in the same spot. So what I got to go ahead and do now, wire brush it, take my drill bit, spot weld cutter, get this one cut out. Then I can do my body work on here and clean everything up around it before I weld the new one in. Here we go. Alright, I got all the pilot holes drilled out so I can get my spot weld cutter in there and get all this cut out. But before I do that, I got to take both braces off, and I went on and scribed everything all the way around to make sure, well, to kind of see if the other one's going to hit in the same spot. Went on and got me a measurement from center down to the ground here. Got my measurement from outside of here to outside of here to make sure all this stays the same. Let's get to cutting. Alright, it dropped right on out of there, as you seen. Now I gotta do some serious surgery here, getting all this cleaned up, getting the rust fixed. Let's get to going. This is what it looked like from the back side that you couldn't see. That main brace right there was even gone, so it had to come out. Okay, I got one good coat of epoxy on this inner panel. I'm gonna do another coat, then I'll shoot it black. Should be good to go on that. That's what we're looking at right there. Within the last 2 days, I blasted all this, come back with the rust encapsulator, brushed it on, and sprayed it on. So I should be good to go there. I gotta come through here, get this grinded down, get all this rust cut out. On my other hood, these panels are pretty good right here, so I'm going to use them to patch all that in. All this is looking good up here, except for right here on small patches. Here we go. Okay, luckily I got another hood out there that's got this piece that's in pretty good shape. So what I'll do is go out there, make this, cut it a little bit bigger, bring it in here, cut it in, go ahead and weld it up, then start on this piece. Okay, here's what I cut out of the other hood. Looks like a real good fit as far as the groove right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do is scribe the back side, put it on that belt sander right there, get it right, weld it in. Alright, 6 or 8 times back and forth from the sander. I don't think I'm looking too bad. Pretty good fit. I'm going to go ahead and clean the back side of it up, weld it up. Alright, got all the patch panels in, rust repair done, all the way around both sides. I've done a short strand fiberglass over behind all my welds, up under. Everything's coated in. We'll go ahead, everything's epoxied in on my panel that goes up under there. Epoxied, painted. I'm ready to start welding up. Everything's back on the line where it's supposed to be on both sides, measured in. Let's start welding. Okay, everything's welded up, fitting good and tight. Went on to put my braces back in. I still got to take them off, put my felt behind it, run my wires. Everything turned out pretty good. Everything's still on my same mark after getting my measurements, so I wanted to make sure of that. So it looks pretty good. Still got to fix a little bit of rust down here on both sides. I'll catch that later. I'll go ahead and run me some primer here real quick until I can do my body work on everything. Then I can get this hood on the truck. Well, that's going to do it for now. Y'all take it easy.